everyone, I'm back again with another Witmer's Adventures video, and in this one, I'm actually heading back to a place I hit last year around this time, as I'm heading back to Sesame Place in Langhorn. Pretty much Philadelphia kind of area, Sesame Place kind of place. So yeah, if you're interested to see how kind of today goes and everything, and want to see if there's any differences from last year when I went, and just see how they're celebrating Easter this year, keep watching. So like I mentioned, I went here into the Sesame Place last year, pretty much the same time frame, pretty much the weekend of Easter essentially, but instead of going on Saturday like I did last year, we're actually going on the Friday. Today's Friday the 3rd as I'm recording this video, so I'm curious to see if that means the crowds are going to be any different. Today's supposed to be kind of in the low 70s sort of thing, but it's supposed to be kind of cloudy and a little bit of gloomy, so curious how that kind of affects kind of the crowds and everything, if that really affects it at all really. Again, see if there's any differences in how they're celebrating Easter this year versus last year, and then this is just for my own kind of thing. If they got rid of any of those dated merch that was in my last video where it was going back for years and everything, so I'm gonna show all that and more. So with that being said, let's head on over to Sesame Place. We officially made it to Sesame Place. Like you can tell from behind me, it's gonna be a little gray, gloomy start to the day. It's gonna be like this kind of all day, kind of clouds and everything, so we'll see how it goes. Officially walking through. Some sign over there. They got the Easter decorations out in front. There's a store over here where you can exit this park from. First little glance of the crowds before we enter. It's about like 10:20 now, so the park's been open for like 20 minutes or so. Officially made it into the park. Another early crowd. Near the entrance, this is how it looks further into the park. Looks like Favorite Trail, the one roller coaster from the park, is kind of getting some refurbishment of some kind that worked on and new paint. Let's do another crowd show, I'm thinking about it. Like it's kind of panned out over here. Looks like everyone's making their way down there. It looks like they have a Cookie Monster popcorn bucket for $28 with free refills all day, as well as a souvenir cup. Over here is where they do that character dining thing they've been in the past. Looks like today's time 11:30, 1:34. Looks like the 2 are sold out, so only through 4. The one thing I'll say about that is it is cool and it's probably good if you want to see multiple characters at one time because you got your dining thing. But the food, like I mentioned in that video last year, is pretty cafeteria-esque, the school cafeteria quality. So that's the only thing with it. With that being said, let's make our way down this way towards the park. The girl also said they had the music blaring today. They had to kind of shout whenever doing that. You looks like very switching out characters. Now you're meeting in their Easter outfits. Part of the Easter almost extravaganza. Some more Easter decorations. Bert and Ernie. Egg Easter. And into Mr. Hooper's gift shop next. Plushies over here. Many characters. Browch merch. Cookie. Gabby. Looks about the same as the last time. Also some hats with many characters. And this is just a hodgepodge of different stuffed animals for the seasons. Got an elf, Elmo, pumpkin, Abby Cookie Monster with gingerbread and Santa hat.
Gigi, you'll never guess which one she wanted.
Crazy. I think where the streetwear was, is where some of that dated merch was. So it just looked like they took that out from the last time I was here, which I'm not surprised because that was dated back to like 23 or 22. I think some of them. I do like how each little section is based on character. I just feel like they've changed it since I was last year, and these sections aren't as big as they were before. MO obviously being one of the bigger ones, including and Abby Cadabby too, because I feel like recently they're the more popular characters, so it makes sense. Now that we're done at the gift shop, we're gonna head down towards Elmo's World. That's a theme park.
Not today.
And this way, you know the Starbucks here. I'm gonna do another pan around to see how this area looks. It doesn't look nearly as crowded as the entrance to the park kind of did. So it's about 12:30 now. I'm here with family obviously, so I've been running a few of the rides. We just got done in Elmo, but we're still in the Elmo's World area, so I think next might be looking for some kind of lunch item or something to eat. But yeah, maybe we'll head towards the cookie area or somewhere else. So I'm gonna do another crowd shot here. This is one of the rides we did. Was teacups over here. Another crowd kind of shot here. Obviously, with it not being quite summer yet, there are areas like this water park area that aren't open yet. We also have an arcade area over here as well, where you can win a bunch of these big plushes, ducks, and other things. It looks like there's only one working right now.
That's the park. Their big birds, beach and everything is closed down this way as well. Still trying to drown out some of the music that's playing.
Back now, where the other roller coaster is, the wooden one, the Oscar. That one's still running, but the park just feels different, kind of thing.
Obviously, there must be some kind of big refurb or something you've been doing recently because I feel like there's less attractions, less things to do. So that's where the last year, like that area I was just in a second ago, where the flat rides are. There's closed air areas for water. There's no longer flat rides there, so very interesting.
Next thing I got was a foot-long hot dog. Doesn't look the best.
That hot dog was fine. Nothing special. Do another crowd shot, but yeah, that hot dog was fine. There was nothing special. Burn our near back out meeting again. But that is one thing I'll say about this place is the food quality and everything is just not the best. Like I mentioned earlier about that character dining experience, like it's great because you can meet all those characters, but the food in there is just not the best, and that kind of goes throughout the park too. Take another look at the crowds. It's closer to 1:30 now. Say this, for as crappy as the weather has been, it has not stopped the crowd from coming. I think that might do it for us for the most part. They're going to slowly start making their way to the front of the park and start heading out. Maybe look at the shop part of the exit, but that's almost going to be it for here. I'll show another little crack shot at you. Another last look at the crowds. It's almost time for the parade, so some people started lining up already. That's why there's so many at the side here. I just went at 3, and we're just gonna try to head out before it comes out.
I probably spent almost as long waiting to get through the paperwork and
Ton of people heading for the exit, but we're heading out now. Time to block out the store. A few different ones. Sesame Street. You have these like cool little toys, kind of put them together and it makes a monster or Elmo or a big bird. It's kind of cool. So I have one of these West City jackets on the back. Pretty cool. Let's see the price tag anyway. $90. Made it back home now. Of course, sun didn't start coming out till we were starting to leave. Of course, that's how it goes, but that's fine. It was still a fun day. Again, it feels like even though we were there a year ago, a lot's changed with the park. Like there's that area by the kind of water park area. These have a few flat rides that just aren't there anymore. Obviously, the one roller coaster is getting some work on it, and obviously because we're not quite in season yet, a lot of the water park areas, which open I think near the end of May, so a lot of those areas just weren't open either, unfortunately. But saying all that, if you have like a younger family or whatever who are into Sesame Place or Sesame Street and all that things, all those like Elmo and all those characters, I would maybe suggest it. Seeing if your kids would be good with like seeing the characters, doing the like flat rides and everything. But for me, I would probably just wait until maybe when everything kind of opens up for the season, clearing the water park area. If you like get more for your money at that point, because right now I just don't think it's worth it, especially if you don't have a season pass or anything, or just because of paying the ticket plus $43 for parking still is a lot. So obviously once you get the season pass, parking is free. But yeah, with all that being said, it was still a fun day. All that being said, I'll see you. Don't forget to follow and subscribe, of course.